Imagine 4 children so wild, so heartbroken, and so impossible to handle that 23 professional nannies quit in less than 3 months. But then, one quiet evening, a new janitor walked into their mansion, someone no one noticed, no one trusted, and no one believed in, and he did something that left the billionaire mother completely speechless. Before we begin this unbelievable journey of kindness and transformation, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to True Kindness Tales for more heart-touching stories. Amelia Rowan, a young billionaire widow known for her icy composure and razor-sharp business mind, was facing the one challenge she couldn't conquer with money: her 4 7-year-old quadruplets, Theo, Leo, Mila, and Ella. After her husband's sudden passing a year earlier, the children's hearts shattered in ways no adults fully understood. They became unpredictable storms of emotion, throwing tantrums, locking nannies in closets, hiding tablets in fish tanks, and once, supergluing a nanny's purse to the ceiling chandelier. They weren't bad, they were grieving, confused, and desperate for attention. But Amelia, drowning in corporate responsibilities and sorrow, didn't know how to reach them. Every morning she left home with a brave smile, and every evening she returned to chaos, guilt, and disappointment. When the 23rd nanny resigned, after only 4 hours, Amelia sat alone in her glittering marble kitchen, face buried in trembling hands, wondering if she was failing her children. Meanwhile, down the hall, a new hire quietly pushed a mop bucket toward the West Wing. His name was Evan Cole, a simple janitor with gentle eyes, rolled-up sleeves, and a life story marked by struggles no resume could ever capture. He was hired through an agency on short notice, and no one even bothered to introduce him to the family. "Stay out of the kids' way," the head housekeeper warned. "They'll eat you alive." Evan only nodded with a soft smile. He had seen hurting children before, he'd been one himself. The quadruplets first encountered Evan when they sprinted through the hallway in a blur of shrieks and toy swords, knocking over his mop bucket and soaking the floor. The housekeeper rushed to scold them, but Evan gently raised a hand. Instead of yelling, he crouched down and calmly started cleaning, humming a soft tune. The children froze, no adult had reacted with such calm before. Yet they didn't speak to him. They ran off, but each of them glanced back at him once, as if uncertain. Later that night, Evan found a broken toy robot near the staircase, not expensive, but clearly loved. He repaired it with tape and tiny screws he kept in his pocket. When he placed it outside the playroom door the next morning, the reaction was immediate. Mila gasped, clutching the robot to her chest. "Guys, someone fixed Sparky." The children exchanged looks, confusion mixing with curiosity. No nanny had ever fixed one of their toys without complaining, or charging extra. Amelia remained unaware, swallowed by board meetings and deadlines, but the house staff whispered about it. "The janitor," they muttered. "No way." But it was only the beginning. Over the next few days, small miracles happened. Leo's sketchpad, torn during a tantrum, was mended and placed neatly on his desk. Ella's favorite hair ribbon, lost for a week, reappeared tied in a perfect bow on her dresser. Theo's puzzle, abandoned halfway because a piece was missing, was found magically completed. And every time the kids tried to catch whoever was helping them, Evan would slip quietly around a corner, broom in hand. But the real turning point came during a late evening thunderstorm. The children were terrified. They often ran into their father's arms during storms, but now, they had no one. Except this time, someone softly knocked on their playroom door. When the lightning cracked and the house shook with thunder, the quadruplets huddled together on beanbags, blankets pulled to their chins, trying to be brave. But the storm outside echoed the storm inside their small hearts. That's when the door creaked open, and Evan gently stepped inside, dripping slightly from cleaning the patio. "I'm sorry to disturb you," he said softly, "but storms used to scare me too." The quadruplets stared, confused and cautious. Adults usually tried to control them, lecture them, or bribe them. Evan didn't. He simply sat on the floor, not too close, not too far. After a long silence, Theo whispered, "What did you do when you were scared?" Evan smiled. "I listened to stories. Real ones. My mom used to tell me that storms mean the sky is washing away sadness so everything can grow again." The children blinked. No one had spoken to them like that in months. Mila asked, "Did it help?" "Sometimes," Evan said, "but mostly, it helped that someone sat with me." The thunder roared, and without thinking, Leo crawled toward him. Then the others followed, forming a small, trembling circle. Evan didn't touch them, he simply hummed a lullaby. It was the same tune he hummed while mopping. The children recognized it instantly. From that night, everything changed. They began searching for him every morning, following the sound of his broom, his hum, his quiet presence. Evan listened to them, really listened. He didn't dismiss their worries or scold their tantrums. He validated their fears, encouraged their creativity, and taught them gentle ways to express anger. One rainy afternoon, the children pulled him into their playroom. "Evan, will you read with us? Evan, can you fix this? Evan, can you stay?" He became their safe place. Their calm, their friend. The staff noticed first. The mansion grew quieter. No more screaming. No more broken vases. No more panicked nanny interviews. Amelia noticed second. She walked into the playroom one evening and froze. Her quadruplets, her wild, grieving children, were seated around the janitor, painting quietly while he read them a story. They were smiling. Genuine, peaceful smiles she hadn't seen in months. Amelia stepped back, unseen, pressing a hand to her chest as tears filled her eyes. For the first time, her children looked healed. And the man healing them wasn't a highly paid specialist. It was the janitor no one bothered to pay attention to. But Amelia's gratitude turned to shock when she reviewed the staff files the next day, and discovered Evan Cole's secret. When Amelia opened Evan's file, she nearly dropped it. He wasn't a janitor by trade at all. Evan had once been a children's therapist, specializing in grief counseling. But after losing his own young daughter in a tragic accident, he quit his profession and disappeared from the world, working small jobs where no one would ask questions. He came to the mansion not for money, but simply because cleaning quiet hallways helped him keep breathing. Tears blurred Amelia's vision as she whispered, "He understands them, because he lived it." She found him later in the greenhouse, cleaning fallen leaves. "Evan," she said softly. He turned, startled. "Mrs. Rowan, I hope everything is clean to your standards, please," she interrupted. "Sit." He hesitated but obeyed. Amelia swallowed hard. "Why didn't you tell me who you were? What you used to do?" Evan stared at his hands. "Because I'm not that person anymore. I couldn't help the one child who needed me most, so I didn't think I deserved to help anyone else." Amelia's heart cracked. "My children are smiling again because of you." His eyes glistened. "Your children saved me too." That evening, she invited him to dinner with the family. The children erupted in cheers, pulling him to sit between them. For the first time in years, Amelia felt warmth filling the dining room, laughter, stories, splashes of spilled juice, and Evan's gentle hum. 2 weeks later, Amelia made a decision. She approached Evan in the courtyard where he was sweeping. "Evan, I'd like to offer you a permanent position," she said. He nodded. "Of course. I'll keep the floors shining." "Not as a janitor," she corrected, smiling. "As the children's emotional mentor, and someone I trust." Evan's breath hitched. "Are you sure?" "I've never been more sure of anything." The children burst through the doors and tackled him in a group hug. And from that day forward, the mansion wasn't filled with chaos, it was filled with growing hearts, healing laughter, and a new kind of family built from kindness, patience, and second chances. If this story touched your heart, imagine how many others it could inspire. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to True Kindness Tales for more real, emotional, and heartwarming stories that celebrate the power of kindness.